Bro, my niece not gone, bro. Bro, no.
What you mean?
Were you telling the dog to bite her? Because that's what it sounds like in the video. You're holding the dog back with a leash. I'm going to let you get her. I'm going to let you get her. If you say, I'm going to kill you, and then the child's dead the next day from injuries caused potentially by you, what does that look like?
It looks bad.
It's August in Lake County, Florida, where one woman is accused of, get this, killing her boyfriend's 9-year-old daughter.
I have a brace at home that I'm supposed to have on. Okay. Put it out for the moment.
All right.
On my arm.
You got anything on you?
No.
Do me a favor. Put your chest right here. I'm gonna take your hat off for a sec. I'm gonna lift your shirt up a little bit. See your waistband. We're good.
Police identify the suspect seen here as 34-year-old Tyshell Martin, who's accused of torturing the child in various ways, including sicking a Rottweiler on her. Tyshell was taken to an interrogation room where we'll catch up with her in a minute. Let's rewind to about a month earlier, when news of the child's death broke to family members.
He last physically saw her before they went to the cruise. He took...
Bro, what? Bro, my niece not gone, bro. Bro, no.
What you mean?
Bro, what that whole ass, dog?
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Wait, dog.
What's going on? Tell me what's going on. What's going on? What you mean, Marvin? Go. No, Bobby, I know. No, I told you.
What, dog? 2 days, 30 people. Bro, where is she, bro? Bro, what happened?
Tell me what's going on.
We're investigating it right now. I need to talk to Juan. I need to talk to Juan when you finish talking to him, and then we'll get with you guys and let you know, okay?
No, that's my baby, bro. Oh my God. No. What the hell at?
He was fine.
She did it. I don't care what y'all say. I know for a fact she did it. Ain't no way. Nah, bro, no. No, she was supposed to been home.
Yes.
Ain't no way. Hell no. I don't care, bro. That hoe put me in there before for nothing. And now my knees gone. Look at how she treats me, bro.
We're gonna go back.
These go, man.
Come this way.
Talk with this.
No, you're fine. You sit right there. You want to sit on the ground? I don't want you falling out. Are you on, brother? Yes? Okay. Take your time. What makes you think she did it?
It's a long history with this whole man. This whole, she just wrong. She do all type of weird. I can't even go into details. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I just know ain't no way my baby go. I said this 7 years ago. I told you not to f with this whole dog. It's her fault.
Police said a 911 call was placed after 9-year-old Jamaria Sessions was found unconscious in the home she shared with Tyshell and her father, Lawan Sessions. The couple would later claim the child died of, quote, natural causes. But weeks later, an autopsy ruled out any natural causes of death and pointed the finger right back at the caregivers. That's when detectives picked up Tyshell and brought her to that interrogation room, where we catch back up with the murder suspect.
What happened?
Honestly, I can't say how she passed away. When I found her, she was sleeping. All I can say is, she did receive whoopings. The girls told me that she fell that day when I was asleep. When I was sleeping, I did not witness that fall. I don't know how she passed. I don't know how she passed away. I honestly don't.
Okay. How did she get the pinch marks all over her body?
I have pinched her before, but from what I saw, I didn't pinch. I didn't do all of that.
Did anybody else pinch her?
Yeah.
Who?
Dad.
Dad? Presumably, according to your story, what happens next? You wake up and then it's 4 o'clock in the morning or earlier, whatever time you woke up. Kind of go from there when you woke up.
Can't quite remember the time. I went in the bathroom. I didn't see her walking out of the room, but walking back into the room, I saw her on the mattress. I knew she had been peeing on herself, so I tapped her and said, "Do you have to use the bathroom?" She didn't respond. Tapped her again, she didn't have to use it, and she didn't respond, so then I called the police.
So what kind of abuse would, or what kind of discipline would LaJuan use on Jamaria?
What you mean, like use?
Like whoopings, would she timeouts?
Like if she got in trouble.
Like if she got in trouble for something, what would be the recourse that LaJuan would do?
I mean, initially it'll start out with maybe having to run in place. That's a lot of things that he would tell her to do, or they would have to stand on the wall sometimes, and then it eventually resulted into a whooping.
Tyshell tells investigators her initial story and mentions some unusual discipline, but detectives suspect there's more to the story and question the 34-year-old about Jamaria's injuries.
How did Jamaria sprain her ankle and when?
She told me that she tripped over the dog food downstairs when she was walking in the dark in the living room.
So the downstairs living room? Okay. And then how did she get the burns to her feet and her back?
Said it was from hot water, from the hair.
What was she doing with the hair? I understand it was already just hair, but I'm trying to see if you understand.
She has to dip it in hot water. And apparently she had moved or something.
Do you know about how her lip got busted or her teeth got broken out of her mouth?
I thought it was from the treadmill.
Why do you think it was a treadmill?
Because that's what I believe she told Azaria that.
Okay. When did that happen?
That week, I don't know exactly which day.
Did you guys take her to the doctor for it? I mean, teeth injuries are pretty painful.
No, she didn't. No.
She didn't complain about it or anything?
No, I didn't even see it. She didn't even show it to me.
And has anybody ever been locked in that room?
No.
As punishment?
No.
Do you know what Blue Star is?
No.
You ever seen CSI shows where they have like the spray on blood, and they call it luminol, and it lights up with blood? Kind of hard to see a little bit in that one, or look at the floor on that one.
Okay.
This is a better picture. This is the floor with the door closed.
Okay.
So why would there be blood there?
I have no idea. Is this human blood?
Or monkey. It's primate or human.
I mean, I have animals. So.
But it's not blood. They won't react with animals. So this is the couch that Jamaria slept on?
Yes.
See the blood stains?
Wait. Yeah.
Okay. And then this is your bathtub upstairs in the master.
Yes.
Okay.
Her.
Did Seven bite her again? And just so you know, she had a laceration behind her ear that looked like it was caused by a dog bite. So across her head, she had a bite mark here and a bite mark here where he grabbed her across the back of her head. When that incident occurred, that you said was you and Jamaria in that room, did Seven bite her?
Not that I know of.
Detectives describe a sprained ankle, burns, dog bites, deep pinch marks, broken teeth, and multiple rooms found with blood stains, most that Tyshell denies even knowing about. Now, detectives press Tyshell about the home security system that mysteriously is missing videos from around the child's death.
The home security system you guys had, who had access to that on their cell phones?
Me, LaJuan, and my mom.
LaJuan didn't have access to it.
He had access to the phone.
Okay. There's only 2 users.
Yeah.
That's you and your mom.
Mhm.
Not LaJuan. There's only 2 phones.
So on my phone, I'm logged in.
Yes. You're logged in and Tortia's logged in.
Mhm.
Until after this incident, that was the only 2 phones that are registered with Vivint to have access to the system. When you set up your account on your phone, it logs that data. Okay, so we know whose phone is doing what.
Okay.
So when I asked you earlier what happened on the 12th, I'm asking you that because there's a bunch of videos that were deleted on the 12th. And they were only deleted by 1 user, and that's either you or your mom. So I'm asking you what happened on the 12th to cause a bunch of videos to be deleted. If something happened where you hit LaJuan, I don't care. He probably deserved it, to be honest with you. So I'm just trying to understand the dynamics inside the house.
You know, like, just basically, it was a big argument between him and I, about a lot of the stuff that was going on.
Did you know he was having an affair?
No.
And that while you were in Miami on your way back up, and he had your car and he was cleaning it, that he was meeting with this girl and is basically having a child with him? No idea? Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what caused this animosity, what caused this fight.
The fact that I wasn't having sex with him, and if you go through my phone,
right,
you would see the history of that all the time. But he was trying to do evil stuff to me a lot, so it's like I couldn't do nothing but try to stay home and protect the kids. You know.
Detectives reveal Tyshell's boyfriend is involved in an alleged affair before revealing some disturbing photos and questioning her possible motives.
It's kind of curious because you say that, you know, wherever she messes up, she'll get pinched, but then she's flashing a boy on the boat, and now her nipples are missing.
Well, when that was after the fact.
I apologize for the gruesomeness of it, but I've had to stare at it for 2 months. Look at her nipples.
I didn't see that.
Well, I'm not asking if you saw it. I'm asking if you knew about it, if you did it.
No, I didn't do that.
You see all the marks all over her body?
Yes.
Her autopsy report's over 26 pages long because they have to identify all these marks. And a lot of these marks on her body are pinch marks.
I didn't pinch her that many times.
Does that look familiar to you?
What you mean?
Is that Jamari?
Yes.
All right, you can keep going. These are stills taken from your video camera in your house. What happened? Something happened because that's not the way that you normally act. I've talked to people. You were a good mom. You helped other parents with their kids. You did their hair. What happened?
That day,
we all make mistakes.
I don't know if that was the moment that they came to me saying that she was punching the pillow, or what that moment was about. I can't remember.
What was going through your head?
What was probably going through my head was that I probably like, I'm tired of talking to you, listen, do what you're supposed to do. You know, a lot of times I just felt like I was the one protecting her, you know, for her to turn around and not listen to me when I'm the one keeping you protected from your dad. So I did have moments that I did react to being tired of her not listening to me.
Tyshell begins to open up to detectives when they reveal they know way more than they're letting on.
Well, you know, there's another video too of her running in place. You had her running in place, and then for whatever reason you kick her from behind. She trips over the bag of dog food. That's when she sprained her ankle. I mean, that's because the next video with her in it, she's wearing an ankle wrap. It fits. There's no video of her wandering through the downstairs living room, tripping over a bag of dog food. There's a video of her proceeding wearing a wrap on her foot, of her running in place and you kicking her, and her falling over a bag of dog food. So it's kind of like a half truth, and that's.
If she sprung her ankle at that time, I did not know.
No, that's fine. But I'm telling you that you kicked her over a bag of dog food, and she may have sprained her ankle at that time, right? But there's no video of her wandering around the room. I mean, I will tell you this, that your cameras are top notch. We got 2,820 videos that I had to go through. And it captured a lot inside your home.
Investigators tell the murder suspect they've obtained thousands of videos caught by the home security system, causing Tyshell's stories to quickly unravel.
It's nothing that I did physically that could have caused her death. That's just, I mean, I know what he told me, so that's what, you know, I was leaning more towards, but...
What who told you?
Well, not me, but told her. He, like, basically let her know that he was gonna kill her. So, I mean, I didn't know if that was a scare tactic or what, but I honestly...
So what do you think
nothing
Bawan
that
did?
could have caused her to die.
What do you think Bawan did?
I don't know.
Well, you see the marks on her.
Right.
Who caused those marks? You, Lawan, someone else?
I mean, I feel like
Everyone?
Lawan did.
You feel like he did, or you know he did?
Only other people it could be is my kids, and I know they didn't do that.
I mean, I hope that you're not trying to protect someone, because I find it hard to believe, just being honest with you, that you as a mother or stepmother or whatever you consider yourself, a caretaker, do you consider yourself a caretaker of Jamaria, at least?
Her mom.
Her mom, okay.
Tyshell says she describes herself as Jamaria's mom, but as detectives continue detailing the alleged abuse, the 34-year-old, who's not the child's biological parent, appears anything but motherly.
I honestly can't say what all he did to her, because, like I said, I walked away from it.
But we at least admit to me that you saw those marks on her body. I just can't believe that you didn't.
The marks of
those marks that you just saw in that picture,
pinching?
yeah.
Yeah, I did pinch. I didn't see the reaction from the pinch, no, but I did pinch her.
What about her face? Were you aware that her face was swollen? She'd been hit or suffered some kind of injury to her head where it caused her face to swell up? Do you know about that?
No.
No?
I mean, when I saw her, I just thought.
What about on the 16th, the day prior? Do you know about it?
No.
No? Text you and says, hey, maybe we should reschedule this flight, let a swelling go down on her head or face. Text you that. Deny I saw it.
Did I respond?
Yes. There was a whole conversation. Okay. Were you telling the dog to bite her? Because that's what it sounds like in the video. You're holding the dog back with a leash. I'm going to let you get her. I'm going to let you get her.
No. I probably use it as a scare tactic or something like, go, nothing. No. Heck no.
Okay. So how did she get the puncture behind her ear?
I didn't see. I'm not aware of that. I didn't know anything about it.
Well, she did. She got a puncture from behind her ear, and across the side of her face was like a big dog bite. 7 was a big dog.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that.
Okay. Is there anything else you think we should know that we didn't ask you?
I mean, I just want to say I didn't cause her death. I didn't kill her. I didn't murder her. I didn't do none of that.
But you never asked the whole interview how she died.
Because when I have, everyone just don't tell me anything.
But you haven't asked.
I asked her.
So
I was saying, like, I didn't know how she passed away and stuff.
So she died from her injuries. So it's kind of like it's kind of like death by 1,000 cuts. You ever heard of that? Like you get a little paper cut and it doesn't kill you, right? You get a lot of them. So well, then now your immune system's jacked up because it has to fix these things. It requires energy from your body, so you break down muscle, which breaks down proteins that go in your kidney. It's a whole thing, right? And then she has all these injuries that are staggered and historically long. So she's been whipped, she's been pinched, she's been punched, teeth broken, bit in the back of the head by a dog, possibly. She has all these injuries that her little body is trying to fix, right? All at one time, and it's a lot. And then she's not given nutrition. She's not given proper amounts of water. She's not given proper amounts of food. And we know this because during the autopsy, we empty their stomachs. We check their bladders. I know what color her urine is. Her urine looked like coffee. She had so little fluids in her body that we barely didn't get enough blood because her body didn't have enough hydration. So we know she was dehydrated. We know she wasn't fed. And we know she has all these injuries that she's trying to recover from.
I fed her literally every day on the cruise, every day since we...
Here's what happens. When your body can't get food, it breaks down muscle. So I tell you not to starve yourself because you lose all your muscle mass. So your body breaks down this muscle to try to repair itself. Well, the problem is a lot of protein goes in the kidneys. Kidneys aren't built for that. They shut down. And then she dies. So literally preventable from one, not hitting the child like that, not making her exercise like that, not pinching her like that, not having her teeth broke, not having her dog bit, but hydration. The child died because she wasn't given water, enough water. That's why she died.
And from her injury.
But I did. I mean, like, there's no... she's never been deprived of no food. Like, everyone has full access to everything in the house.
2,820 photos or videos. I know that number because I've watched every one of them more than once.
Okay.
I rarely, if ever, I see Lawan, I see you, I see everybody getting food.
Well, not me.
You get food.
I don't eat, trust me.
You don't eat often, but you eat more than Jamaria did.
No. Listen, Jamaria moved into our house eating cereal and noodles. If she lost a lot of weight because she told us, because we had meals, she told us that's not what she wants to eat. Dad told her she has to eat those meals that is served to her. So Jamaria lost weight because she couldn't eat cereal and noodles anymore.
Tyshell takes an interesting approach by claiming to use, quote, scare tactics and aiming to blame the child for her lack of nutrition. But investigators aren't exactly buying it and continue questioning her.
You said she was in the corner so long she peed herself.
That was on the ship, sir.
But that's my point, is that her mindset, she's 9 years old, she's not an adult. She's so scared of you and Lawan that she would stand in the corner and piss herself.
Well, she told me that she did that because he told her she couldn't leave out the timeout for anything.
She's so scared. Her dad's a million miles away in her mind. She's out in the ocean. She's on another country. Dad's so far away.
And
that's mental abuse. She's so programmed and so scared of both of you that she will do whatever it takes.
I don't think she was scared of me.
I saw the videos.
Even when I disciplined her, she would let me know. She was like, Mom, I understood what I did, etc., whatever.
Most abused kids do. You know why? Because they don't want it to happen again.
Right.
They will tell you what you want to hear to, I'll be your best friend, don't hit me again.
Right.
She didn't mean it.
I can honestly say I didn't abuse her. I mean...
What is that?
I would let her dad deal with her. I probably had times where...
What is this?
Like that, I would say.
That's abuse. Is that not abuse?
There were times where I did, get overwhelmed. but that was not. I've never left a bruise on her. Like,
What about those pinch marks?
I told you, I didn't know that it was bruised from the pinch marks.
Those aren't bruises. Those are cuts from the nail going in. There are some bruises where somebody grabbed her by the arm and dug their nails in and kind of probably pulled her up the stairs or something. But there's a lot of those are actual pinch marks from your fingernails.
Okay, well, I didn't cause all those bruises, and I didn't know that, cuts. I've never seen any bruises on her from me disciplining her.
You didn't see those cut marks from the pinch?
Yeah, the ones on her arm.
That's all you saw?
Yeah.
So we're going to leave here today with the story of you did all this, you've never abused her, and you only caused the small fraction of the ones on her arm. That's the story you want to leave with, that you want to take to court and say, here, this is my story. I didn't abuse her. The video was me, but I didn't abuse her, and only the pinch marks on her arm for me. The rest of them are from LaJuan, which wasn't there at that house since the 13th. And a lot of these wounds are fresh. But you're going to go, it wasn't me. You're alone with this child.
She was not back. I was sick, literally, in bed.
I bet. And you're probably pissed that she won't let you get some sleep.
I would never do anything to kill her. I would never deprive her of food or any of that. Drink, nothing. I just honestly feel like, I don't know. I honestly feel like, knowing all of this, I just honestly feel like it's a setup. You know, like he's never left the house. He's never left the house. He's never, ever, 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 ever.
By who, LaJuan?
Yeah.
Then why are you trying to protect him by saying I didn't see any of those marks on her, if that's true?
The marks that I saw on her from when we flipped her over, I kind of possibly felt like it came from the pinch marks.
By who?
When I pinched her. So.
But it goes back to her point. I feel like you're literally taking the fall for LaJuan. Because if you say LaJuan was there on the 15th, tell me how to prove it, and I'll prove it.
You either did all of that, or you know who did all or some of that.
Next, Tyshell reveals an alleged motive behind her previous stories.
Right now, he's threatening me with, like, my children, where, like, him being able to place in places that he know I doesn't want her to be, etc. Of course, I don't want my child with his mom, etc., because they do witchcraft. So right now, a lot of this has been to basically be on his side, so my children aren't ending up places where I don't want them to be.
You heard that right. Tyshell explained she was threatened with the possibility of her children being sent to LaJuan's mother, who she says practices witchcraft. Now, Tyshell gets a chance to detail the alleged abuse by Jamaria's father. Let's see what she has to say.
Did you ever hear her say that she was thirsty while she was doing all these exercises? Is that one of the stupid things she would say to LaJuan? She needed to drink water?
I'm not sure, but I always gave her water. She have told him that she have to use the bathroom and that she is thirsty, but he told her she can wait till she's done, or he'll just tell her you just got to wait till you're done.
The bathroom and water with either one?
As far as the bathroom, piss where you are.
And so she did, and then she would get in trouble for it.
I never, like, I would hear him tell her that, but I never saw her actually piss on the floor or whatever. But I do know one day when I walked in, he was like, she pissed on my shoe. He was like, this mother pissed on my shoe. And when I saw her, she was like bent down on the couch, like balled up on the couch, like she had just got a whooping or something.
Tyshell does her best to redirect the blame, but detectives believe they have their prime suspect in their sights and reveal the hard truth.
And what do you say I'm being charged with?
Premeditated murder, first degree, which is the top. And then there's aggravated child abuse. And then
why am I being charged with premeditated murder?
Well, because some of the statements that you made while you were attacking Jamaria about killing her.
Scare tactics.
So scare tactics was also a premeditation. It's scare tactics, and then if you say it and then it happens, what does that look like?
It's crazy because I only said that because he said that, and I was just repeating to her what her dad said.
I get it, but if you say, I'm going to kill you, and then the child's dead the next day from injuries caused potentially by you, what does that look like?
It looks bad, but that's not what happened.
And then the last chart, I think it said it's child neglect. So aggravated child abuse, child neglect, murder.
Is there anything else you want to say about any of this? You want to tell us? Do you think it's important?
I just know that I didn't do this. Like, I would never do anything to kill her. Like, those words came honestly because he had just told her that, and I knew she was scared from that. So when she did something wrong, I just used it. But I would never do nothing like that. I would never do anything. And then to say that it came from me saying that and doing, like, she didn't pass away from me whooping her or disciplining her
Yeah.
that day.
Yeah, so, and we can go over this around and around and around. The cause of her death is based off the injuries she's received over a period of time by you and by Luan. With that being said, yeah, it's a contributing factor.
But I wasn't abusing her over the time, though.
On the 15th, when you kicked her down, punched her, or kicked her in the gut, kicked her in the back, stomped her head, grabbed her by her hair, dragged her across the floor, had the dog like he's gnawing on her face, right? And she's at the bottom of the stairs, and she's lifeless and helpless and limp. And you're yelling at her to get the fuck up, go upstairs, get the fuck up. This wants me to kill her.
Yeah, I was.
Okay, so question for you: does that look good, or does that look bad?
No, it looks bad.
Okay, is that
It was
abuse?
just words.
No, it wasn't just words. You kicked her repeatedly. You stomped her head. You kicked her in the back. Kicked her in the stomach. You dragged her by her hair across the floor, up the stairs. Like, so that's abuse. I don't know how you want to define that. That's not discipline. That's not corporal punishment. That's not a scare tactic. That's straight up abuse. So if you're asking me honestly, did you abuse her? Yeah, this wasn't like I hit her on the butt once with a belt and she moved, so I got her lower leg type argument. This is pretty bad. And the video is pretty bad.
Tyshell was charged with first-degree murder, aggravated manslaughter of a child, and aggravated child abuse. Court records show she later pleaded not guilty to the charges and is expected back in court this spring. The state of Florida is seeking the death penalty. Detectives also chatted with Luan in an audio-only interview where we hear a little side of his story.
I've read your text messages. You've accused her of stuff. You say it's in jest, but I have a dead child with injuries. I mean, that's not how a child's nipple is supposed to look.
What the f*** is that?
That's a nipple. Why does it look? Why do both your
never look like that? Honestly.
Why do both your daughter's nipples look like that, and they're both around Tyshell? Why?
I'm not defending.
Like, I don't even know what causes that.
Okay, but I'm not defending her. Sir, honestly, I
got videos all day long inside the house of her screaming and yelling at your daughter. I got a video of her on the cruise ship grabbing your daughter by her throat. You're telling me she's not a bad person, but I can see the monster every day. She thinks your daughter's possessed.
I'm going off from what I see, sir.
But you're never there.
And that's the problem. Like oh my God, man, I can't believe I failed my daughter like this, man.
I get it, man. But you're telling me that you've been there for 7 months and you did not see a single mark on this child?
I told you about the whooping. I saw a bruise.
This is not whooping, man. So
That's just, this is something different. All of that has, but anything under her clothes,
I don't know what that is. Like, I don't know. I can tell you what I think it is.
I would have never saw anything under her clothes. I don't go in the bathroom.
I know, I get it. But here's the thing is that a lot of these wounds are on her face, her ears, her neck, her shoulders.
That has to be new stuff. She was out of my sight.
Some of this stuff is old, man.
She was saying that she was acting out, but she wasn't saying she was doing nothing bad. Like, she was saying she wasn't listening.
Right, and in the phone conversation that you have with her in text message, she says, bro, I'm going to kill this kid. Talking about Jamari to you, and she says, I just punched her so hard, made her fall over, and you said, shake my head, I can't believe she doesn't listen to you.
No. See, it must be something deleted, because...
It's not deleted, I have both sides of the conversation.
She said she punched her. See, I'll be at work when she be texting me.
Investigators aren't buying Lawan's ignorance claims either and charge him with aggravated manslaughter of a child. Lawan pleaded not guilty to the charge and is also expected back in court this spring.